Alright, so start of a new week. So we're gonna do a Monday breakdown. We're gonna go over the two pairs obviously that I trade. I'm gonna give you guys the analysis that I'm expecting for either today to happen or for these next couple days. So we're gonna start off first with US30. So we're gonna keep it very simple. There's not really much to look at, but I just want to show you guys couple zones that I'm interested in taking some trades off. So if you guys, let's start from the weekly since it's the new breakdown. So if you start off on the weekly with US30, right? Check this out. Look what US30 has been doing. So US30, obviously we've been bullish, right? Notice how last week candle closed. We did close as a doji candle, pretty much like an indecision candle. It also looks like on the weekly time frame, price has the possibility of not having the pullback, right? Because we've been very bullish for these past couple months. Wouldn't really expect a full pullback, but what I do expect is that price might having the switch of structure, right? So obviously from going bullish, not going bearish. We're going to the daily time frame, right? The daily higher highs and higher lows continues to hold. Last week, same thing, right? We did close as a bearish engulfing candle, rejection towards the upside. We did form a weekly resistance, we can say around this zone, which is going to be around the 38,700, and price is currently trading under it, right? And we're also trading above these previous daily resistance over here, which price is just continue to hold. So what I really want you guys to focus on at this point, I'm looking at two zones, right? So we have one zone here, which is the support, which price is holding it above of the previous daily resistance, which price is holding as support around the 38,560, and then we have this minor resistance, we can say around the 38,700, which price is currently trading under, right? So pretty much you guys can see that price is just consolidating. So keep it very simple, right? With US30, I'm only looking for two possible trades. One, if price continues to hold above this area support, right? Because notice that we came into support Thursday, price started pushing to the upside. We came back here on Friday morning, price kind of started pushing to the upside, but failed to break above it and just started retaining under it, right? So on Friday we did have Friday morning, right? We did have some rejection towards the upside, which price did form a new higher highs, new all-time highs around the 38,890 zone, right? From there, price started having a retracement. Price started trading back under this area of resistance over here, right? So we started trading under. Let's mark this up here because I do believe I sent you guys this breakdown on the free Telegram. So we're just gonna have it like this for now. Or actually, you know what? No, let's just keep it like this for now. Okay, so on Friday we did see that price started trading under, right? This is where I told you guys are looking, if you guys are looking to take sales, I'd rather wait for price to actually remain under this area of resistance, which as you guys can see, price did break under. I believe on the lower time frame, price sort of have those retracements. You guys could have taken an entry from here and here. This is where I took the entry with the VIP group on Friday. But anyways, price started trading under here, right? And we're now consolidating back between this resistance and this support. Now, for me to continue selling US30, right, I'd rather wait for US30 to completely break under this area of support, which is going to be the 38,560, right? So what I'd rather wait is obviously a 1 hour candle closure under like this, and I'd rather wait for those minor pullbacks off the lower time frames, right? So like 30-15 minute time frame, you guys want to wait for those minor pullbacks. You guys got to make sure that price does remain itself under it, right? So if price does pull back, break under here, remain itself under, you guys get all those entry confirmation, etc. You guys will be interested in taking some sales from here, and this is where I'll target for this next couple of days, right? So this right here will be my first target. After, you guys can target some other zones over here. For example, this can be one target, and then this can be the second target, right? So this is gonna be my main target for these next couple of days, which is gonna be the 38,350 zone. Now, this is where you guys gotta be. Once price does come over here, this is what I do recommend you guys to obviously take half of your percentage or half of your position from there and just leave a small runner or stop loss to break even, because we're gonna come back into this other support zone over here. There's two things that can happen over here. One, if we do come over here, price can either reject it again and remain itself above, and this is where you guys can look for bounce plays. I will look for bounce plays only if price does remain itself above it, right? Now, second thing, if the bearish volume is very strong, right, the bearish volume continues to hold, obviously I will wait for the second entry, which would be simply the break under this area of support, which is going to be under the 38,320, right? So if price does remain itself under, for something like this, right? This happened on Tuesday as well. I did give you guys this analysis over here as well, that I was looking for the same setup, which is going to be the break and retest, right? Notice how price broke under, but never got the retest, and price just started pushing to the upside, right? But in this case, I'm going to be looking for this thing, the same exact move over here, but we need to make sure that price does remain itself under. So once we do get a break under it, we get the same pullback over here, and we do see a price remain under. We can start looking for a second entry, and this will be my main target for the whole entire week, which is going to be at the 38.80, right? So this is where I'm looking to sell US30 from here. If price continues to break under here, I'm looking to take sales from here back down over here, which is going to be my main target for the week. All right. So like I said, this is the zone where you guys gotta be careful on, right? Again, if price does reject it, you guys are able to look for buys back into the upside. Now, another zone, another area where I will give you a sturdy buy opportunities will be back at this 1 hour resistance, right? So we had it like this. Let me go back where we had it. I believe it was I go all the way back. All right, right there. So US 30 buys. This is where I'll give the first risky buyer. Again, it's going to be risky because we're just obviously price is just rejecting to the upside. This will be a very risky buys, but if price does remain itself above, it gives you guys those entry. I will definitely look for buys, right? So we do say that this morning price comes into a support zone. From here, we start looking at price is bouncing up, right? I'd rather wait for price to break above it. Now, the reason why I wouldn't really buy it over here is because we're going to be trading inside the range, right? This is what we don't want to be. We would rather wait for a proper breakout to confirm that price has possibility of keep heading to where price has broken above it. So here, I'm not interested in taking any trade, even though if price breaks, even though if price just rejects it and bounce up, I wouldn't rather take trades from here. I'd rather wait for a proper breakout, right? Obviously, a trade that does make more sense. So obviously, we do pull back here. We do see that price bounce up. I'd rather wait for price to break above it. We need an H1 candle close. So we need a candle that closes something like this, right? An H1 candle closes like this, and we need to see that price does remain itself above it. If we do see that price remain itself above it, I can definitely start looking for buy position here, and then we can target these zones over here. This will be the first target, or we can say the target for this next couple of days if price does remain itself under it, above it. But from right here, we will have to see what price does. So if price does actually remain above here, this is where I'll take almost half of my position, due to the fact that if you guys go into the daily time frame, right, look in the past, there's really no price point to target, right? Price has just been breaking to the upside, creating new all-time high. So I'd rather take my profit right over here once price comes into this zone, which is going to be the 38.840, right? So once if price does remain itself, this is where I'm taking half of my position and just gonna see what price happen later. Obviously, if price starts breaking above it, breaking retest, the same exact story, we're gonna continue looking for more buys. But at this point, we're gonna have to wait to see what US 30 does. So it's gonna be for US 30. Let's go into gold now. Alright, so we're gonna keep gold very simple. So check this out. On the daily time frame, right, we broke under this daily support right over here. On the lower time frame, we got two pullbacks. So we got a pullback on Friday since price broke under Friday. We got the pullback, as you guys can see, price rejected it for the first time, remained under as resistance. We got another push into the downside, and literally a couple hours ago, 2 hours ago, we got another pullback into the zone. As you guys can see, price is still rejecting and currently holding it as resistance, right? Now, price pull back into the support, which is two zones you guys got to look at. So you guys got to look at 2026.60, right, which is going to be right over here, or 2026.50, and then you got this support, which is going to be the 2020.60. So those are two zones you guys got to keep an eye at the moment. So price is trading under between these two zones. This over here, I'm not interested in taking any trade as long as price does not give us a proper breakout. So obviously price is downtrending, right? We're still bearish with gold, right? Price is still heading to the downside. We're trading under this major resistance, and we broke under this daily support. So for me to be interested in taking more sales with gold, right, I'd rather wait for price to give me a proper break under the 2020.60 area. So I'd rather wait for H1 candle to actually close under it. So give me a price to close under like this, and then obviously a minor pullback into the downside. So if we break under like this on the H1 time frame, we start getting those minor pullback into a downside. Price has to remain under the 2020, right? So price does remain under the 2020. This is the zone where I'll be interested in taking sales. Obviously target the first target, which is going to be the 2015.80, right? So 20.5080 is going to be obviously this lows from Monday of last week. Now, obviously, if price continues to break under these zones over here, I'll be interested in taking more sales, and this will be my full target for the week, which is going to be at the 2026 zone. So it's going to be my full target of the week, obviously, if we start breaking under here and under over here. Now, again, if price from at this point over here, we do hold this area as support against, we did on Thursday and we did on Friday. If price once again hold that support and we start pushing to the upside, right, the only way I'll be interested in taking buys obviously will be if price does give us a kind of break above the 2026.50, right? So again, I'd rather wait for price to give me a proper break above the zone over here. Obviously those minor pullback, and then if price obviously does remain above it, this is a zone where I'll be interested in taking buys. We can target the first target, which is going to be we can target the first one, which can be at the 2032. From there, price obviously continues pushing to the upside, my main target is going to be the 2040. So it's going to be very simple. We're just simply waiting for breakouts. Obviously, price is downtrending. It makes more sense to take sales under over here than we're taking sales over here. If price from here breaks above it, I'll be interested in taking buys from here to the first target, which is 2032. Obviously, the bullish continues. We're looking at 2040 for the end of the day. So very simple breakdown, nothing complicated at all. We're simply just gonna be waiting for breakouts. This is gold, waiting for breakout, and this is US 30, same story, we're waiting for breakout. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.